Today's Talk About It Tuesday question is, if you have a credit card that is maxed out and are receiving collection calls saying your card is going to be charged off soon if a minimum payment is not made, is it wise to just let the card go and let it be charged off and take it as a loss? What does this ultimately mean for your credit score moving forward? Are you obligated to pay the new creditor? Is getting your card charged off really a big deal in regards to your credit or not? All right, so a lot of questions there, and let's just unpack them one at a time. So if you have a credit card that is maxed out and you're receiving collection calls saying your card is going to be charged off soon if you don't make a minimum payment, is it wise to let the card go and let it be charged off and take it as a loss? So let's talk about what a charge off is. So a charge off means that a creditor has decided that the debt is uncollectible. Once they decide it's uncollectible, they write it off on their books as a loss, and they therefore get to write it off on their taxes. So that means for you, they believe it's uncollectible and they scare you. They say, we're going to charge it off, charge it off. What does that mean for you? So for them, again, it means that they write it off on their taxes as a loss. And generally what they will do is they will sell that debt to a third party at pennies on the dollar, who then will pursue you for the debt because you are legally obligated to pay off a debt because you incurred the debt and that was part of your contractual agreement. So what does that mean for you? That's what we know it means for them. So for you, will it impact your credit score? Absolutely, it will impact your credit score. But if you had already maxed out your credit card and you were already late on payments, you don't have a good credit score anymore. And what's the impact of that? No one will lend to you currently. And you shouldn't be trying to borrow currently. If you've maxed out your credit cards and you can't make your payments, you shouldn't be trying to extend your credit. You shouldn't be trying to use more credit. Is it a permanent thing? No, because a credit score is a snapshot in time of the health of your credit at that moment. If things improve, your credit score will improve. But is a charge off an additional negative hit to your credit? Absolutely, and it will drop your credit score down lower. Again, what does that mean to you? So is it a wise decision to then make the payments and not get the charge off? You have to decide what's more important to you. When you've maxed out your credit card and you're not making payments, they usually cap your ability to use credit anyway. So it's not like you have access to that credit. And so if the cash flow that you currently have available is needed other places, then maybe it's more wise to use that cash flow for something that's going to make you money. Since the debt is not secured by anything, meaning they can't take something away from you, your car, your house, the worst case scenario, which will eventually happen, is that you get taken to court for the debt. Usually, like I said, they'll sell it to a third party who will then pursue trying to get you to pay it at a settled rate. And if not, they will take you to court. But that process can take up to a year or more, depending on the state you're in. And it's difficult for a third party, if you defend, right? It's difficult for a third party to actually collect the debt from you. If you had the wherewithal, if you had the time, you could fight it in court and possibly actually beat the debt. Or you could go all the way down the line, right, up until the point of court and make a settlement. You can make a settlement in court. So if you have the money, absolutely you should pay it to preserve your credit, to make it better. So if you pay off the debt, then it's a positive remark on your credit score, paid as per agreed. Let me see. There are other parts to this question. What does it ultimately mean for your credit score moving forward? Again, it's a negative because not only will they charge it off, they'll close that account, which could shorten your credit history, which could drop your score down even lower. So a charge off in itself will drop your score. And when they close that account, it could, if it was a long-standing account, it could shorten your credit history, which will, again, impact your credit score negatively. Are you obligated to pay the new creditor? Technically, you are, right? By law, you signed a contract that said that if you incur the debt, and which you did, that you are supposed to pay. So they can pursue you. They can pursue the collection of that debt in court. Like I said, you can fight it. You can make it a settlement agreement. You can let it go all the way to court and let the court decide. That's up to you. But by law, by contract, yes, you are obligated to pay. Is getting your card charged off really a big deal in regards to your credit or not? Big deal is subjective. Like I said, your credit score is not permanent. It's not permanent good. It's not permanent bad. And so you have to decide what's most important to you in the moment. Preserving your credit score, which if you were trying to borrow money, then preserving your credit score is important, or settling your debt. And if settling your debt means a strategic default on this credit card, because again, you want to buy time or you want to try to fight it, then it's not a big deal, right? So a big deal means what is the value of having a high credit score to you right now? And like I said, if you're maxed out, you don't have a high credit score. If you're behind on payments already, you don't have a high credit score. So adding a charge off, you have to decide, okay, what's the impact of that? Yes, it's going to lower the score more, but you will rebuild, or you have the ability to rebuild your credit again over a period of time. And in the meantime, is it a big deal? I think that's real personal. Some people can handle the emotional aspect of, owing somebody, the emotional aspect of the calls constantly, the emotional aspect of them posting something on your door that says you're summoned to court. If you can handle that, it's not really a big deal. If you can't handle that or don't want to deal with that, it's a big deal, right? So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Hopefully that gives you clarity so that you can make the best decision for you. If you've been in that situation, I'd love to hear how you handled it. And, if you have a particular strategy you would like to offer to someone in that situation. But please like, share, subscribe. And when I say like, share, subscribe, I need you to do this. This is how the algorithms work. I run into people all the time. They say, I love your Talk About It Tuesday, but you never hit like and you never share it. And you never comment. Just add a comment. Hit the like button. You know it's good information. Just hit the like button. It's for the algorithm so I can keep doing this, okay? So, again, please like, share, subscribe. Keep the questions coming, and I'll see you next Tuesday.